Hey guys, I'm going to start by showing you the tire sled that I actually made that I used dragging around the yard. This thing is a killer workout, dragging this thing back and forth a couple times, especially after you add some blocks to it or some weights. Basically what it is an old tire. I've got a chain attached to it right here, and a little quick release carabiner just hooked on your belt or strap, whatever you're using. And on the inside, I got the full plywood bottom, okay? Now it's not just on the intersection right here, it obviously goes all the way inside, so it's in there really nice and tight, and it's not going to be flopping out. And a little bit tricky on how to put this in, and I'll show you how to do that next. Alright, so when you do your tire sled, you want to have your bottom all the way across, okay? Now, let me kind of draw a picture of how to do all this designer thing. You got your tire, about like that, okay? Now, you don't want to just have bottom in just this section right here, okay, because it's going to not fit in there real well. It's not going to be very strong, and it could pop out once you get to speed with it. So what you want to do is actually measure the diameter of the inside of the tire, okay? So it's going to be this section right in here, all the way to there, and all the way there, little dashed lines, okay? So once you get that information, what you want to do is get your piece of plywood right there, rough size of what you need, and then once you have that diameter, you're going to make a circle that matches that diameter right in here. Okay, obviously it's going to be a circle. You want to find your center point on the piece of wood, somewhere right in there. Good way to do it. Just connect the corners. That'll give you your center point. And then you're going to have your circle right here. Now, when you're cutting that out, what you want to do first is make a cut right along here, dead center, and then right along here, dead center. Okay? Now, as you can see, you got everything's all quartered up at this point. And now with your saw, you're going to be removing all this material right in here. Okay? And then you're just going to have 4 pizza slices that you're going to stick down inside your tire. Okay? Now this slice right here, you're just going to take that and insert it all the way in here and all the way around. Okay? Now, don't worry if your cuts aren't super accurate. They don't have to be, absolutely perfect to get these things in here. Once you get all the pieces reassembled back inside, which pretends to be the inside of the tire, you can get just some scrap plywood pieces that you can use, maybe off the sides or off the edges or something, and use them to basically hold the circle together, something like that on the inside. Or even better, you can make 2 duplicate circles, laminate them on top of one another with a little bit of an offset to cover up those gaps, and then it'll fit in there just like a dream. It will not ever come out unless you actually want it to come out. Then you have to go in, take your screws and all that. So hopefully it helps, and if you have any questions, let me know. Another quick tip on how to make that circle when you're doing that. Let me show you something, kind of a cool trick on here. Now I understand a lot of you aren't going to have a jigsaw or like a router or a bandsaw or something you can use to actually cut out the circle. So what you can do instead, if you have a circular saw, what you can do, again, let's go ahead and draw a circle right here. I realize that is an awful circle. Alright, but what you can do is once you quarter it right across here and right across there, my lines aren't lining up real well, but anyway, you go ahead and get your quarters. And now you have to make these curved cuts. Well, how do you do that? Let me show you a little bit bigger down here at the bottom. Alright, now this section right here is going to be a blown up section of this. Okay, now how do you make that cut? Now hopefully most of you guys can get a circular saw or go out and buy one. They're actually pretty cheap and you'll use it for a lifetime. The one I have is I think I spent like $40 on it. I've had it for like 10 years. The thing hasn't let me down yet. But anyway, what you can do is make a straight cut right across here with your circ saw. Okay, and then it's going to leave you with this portion. Let me bring it up so you can see it actually. You can make a cut right across here, and that's going to leave you with this section here. Then you can make another cut right there. Okay, and then that piece just fell off. You can make another cut right there. And with enough cuts going across, it actually starts to resemble a curve. Okay, and again, this is for a tire sled. It does not have to be pretty. You're the only one that's going to be seeing it, unless your buddies stick their head inside the tire. but that's basically how you make those curves.